Hello, dear friends. I hope you're having a lovely week. It is getting quite cold here in London, but the mornings are always so beautiful. I love to walk outside early in the morning and breathe in the crisp, cold air. It's so invigorating. Today, it is exactly 1 year since I posted my first ever video here on my channel, which is quite incredible to think about. 1 year has gone so fast. In this video, I wanted to share a little bit of my own personal story of beginning to live a more simple life and how it has changed my way of living and my mindset. As a younger person, just starting my career in the big city, I was always very conscious and careful with money, and the whole idea of money always used to make me anxious. I was always trying to save for the future, knowing that I wanted to be a homeowner one day, and would always rather save money instead of choosing to spend it, and tried to live very frugally. And when I wanted to purchase items, I would often opt for cheaper options that inevitably wouldn't last, or I would end up with multiple similar items in my home. It was only during the pandemic lockdowns when I, like many other people, was spending a lot more time inside my small city apartment that I began to realize how much stuff I had accumulated and how little of it actually brought me joy, comfort, or inspiration. And I began to also realize that by accumulating things, I was trying to fill a sort of spiritual void, and that I really longed to find some internal fulfillment. Very soon, I started decluttering my home and only leaving the items that truly brought me joy to have or to wear, and donating or selling the others. Through this, I began to see what was truly important to me, that there was only so much I could buy, only so much that I needed. It was a mindset change, and I realized how little I really needed to live well. I started spending a lot more time in nature, and through that, I remembered my inner child and reconnected with my spirituality. Spending time in nature can make us feel a lot more calm, joyful, and connected, and can improve our overall well-being. It also makes you feel so grateful just seeing all the beauty around you, no matter how small or simple. Nature also provides so much that we can utilize, and it has taught me to become more curious and more resourceful. Over time, I discovered new and long-forgotten hobbies and interests that now bring so much joy and meaning to my days. As a creative person, I love decorating my home, making different crafts, and creating a cozy and beautiful atmosphere. However, I now try to incorporate all my passions and projects in a way that considers the environment, and that brings me internal fulfillment instead of constantly being a consumer. Large companies will try to convince you that you need so many things to be happy, but I've truly come to realize that you don't really need that much, and that it's all about a change of mindset. When living more simply and sustainably, I found that I was constantly learning and utilizing things that in the past I wouldn't have considered important. And I became a lot more resourceful, using things in the home that I already had and seeing what I could make from them. I am still very conservative and thoughtful with my spendings, and this way it helps me to still save for the future, as well as allowing me to develop and inspire my creativity in the process. I am still on a journey to simple living, and I am constantly learning. But it is the little steps that make all the difference to living a more simple and joyful life. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a lovely week so far. It's getting really cold here in London, and I know I say this in every single video, but it really feels like the temperature has really dropped recently. It's a lot colder than it was a few weeks ago, and it's feeling really wintry and Christmassy, and it's just been so lovely to walk out in the mornings, especially on my filming days, to breathe in that cool, crisp, fresh air. And it's just so beautiful everywhere, and it's been so nice to see kind of nature just slowing down and preparing itself for winter. And I'm here sitting with my Earl Grey tea, which is one of my favorites. So it's going to keep me hopefully warm while I'm doing this video, because I've been kind of losing my voice recently. I think also due to teaching and talking so much. So I'm going to keep sipping on this tea. But yes, so today is Sunday, the 26th of November. And on this day last year was when I posted my first ever YouTube video, which is quite crazy to think about. It's been one whole year, and it feels like it's been such a long time. But also, on the other hand, it feels like it was only yesterday. It's quite crazy to think about. A whole year has just flown by so fast. It's quite incredible when I think about it. And I've just been kind of reflecting, and as I made this video, I was thinking of all the things that have changed for me in this past year, and so much has changed in my work, in myself, and I think I realized that the biggest change has been how much happier I felt in this last year, how much more joyful I've been feeling, and just really how much I have been able to connect and reconnect with myself in a way, and it's been really wonderful. It's been a really wonderful year. I remember posting my first ever video, and it being a very rambly video, incredibly rambly. I was so nervous in front of the camera, and I still am, but I remember just rambling on about how I I started this journey for myself. I wanted to post this video to start the whole journey of trying to kind of find myself, document my own journey of towards kind of a more slower life, and finding myself and finding those passions and things that used to bring me so much joy, and finding ways to incorporate that into my life again, reconnecting with nature, all those things that were so important to me that I'd felt like I had lost in a way since moving to the big city. London, I mean, is where I live now, London in the UK. And I remember just posting that video and just not really thinking too much about it, but I felt like I perhaps wanted to find a way to connect maybe with other people who maybe felt the same way as me, or maybe were also living in a big city and feeling those things as well. As I found that when living in such an environment, you inevitably just get into this non-stop lifestyle, this kind of race almost that never ends, and it can be very tiring, overwhelming, and you can quite easily, when living in this environment, lose your sense of self, sense of what is important to you, and what brings you joy when everything and everyone around you is rushing all the time. And yeah, I find that can be lost sometimes. So I just wanted to make that video and try to connect with others, and not quite knowing kind of what would come from that, but it was mostly for myself that I posted that video, I think. But the responses I got to that video were just so amazing to me, which I didn't expect. So many people answered and welcomed me, and kind of resonated with what I was saying. And as rambly as that video was, but people resonated with the fact that yes, that it is so easy to lose oneself nowadays, with busy environments, social media, and all these things that kind of, yeah, can overwhelm and overtake our lives in a way. It was just so meaningful to receive those responses from people, saying that they felt the same way. And I remember feeling so touched by this, and really feeling like, wow, there are so many other people who feel like me. And I remember feeling like I wasn't alone, and that I really wanted to pursue this kind of journey and to share it with other people. And so I started making these videos, and I think it was, as I mentioned in the video, it was during COVID. And by that time, I had only lived in a city for about 3 years or so before the lockdowns began. And it was during those lockdowns, and I was stuck in this little city apartment, I'm sure like many other people in the world. And I just came to this realization that my apartment was so filled with all these things that were just kind of taking up space and were not bringing me joy. And yeah, so I started this journey on trying to kind of start from scratch in a way. It gave me time, as awful those lockdowns were. I think for me, and probably for many people, I know for me definitely, it gave me that time to really stop and think, and reconnect with myself, and think what was really important to me, and what was I lacking, what was I needing more of. And I realized that what I needed more of was, in fact, a stronger sense of connection to myself, internal fulfillment, and connection with nature. Again, those things that can be so forgotten during our busy everyday lives. And I think that period of just staying home more, and thankfully we were allowed to walk out into nature here in the UK, and it allowed me to go out into nature, to reconnect, to breathe fresh air, and to really think what I was needing more of in my life. And I just decided to kind of start from scratch, take away the things that were no longer serving me. And it just really, that period of time really changed, I would say changed my entire life from then onwards. It changed my whole mindset as to what was important to me, and what I wanted more of in my life. And as I started to create these videos, I wanted to portray these videos as not how my life is every day, as it's certainly not like this every day. These videos do not resemble my everyday life. They are just, they are creations, they are my outlets of creativity, and they are more of what I think life could be like, and they are my outlets of portraying a beautiful life in my own way, and the things that are important to me and the things that bring me joy. And so as I started to create these videos, I realized what was so important to me. And I think in a way these videos helped me to create a slower life, because when I make these videos, I am very much in the moment. I am appreciating everything that I'm doing, whether it be the crafts that I make, my herbalism preparations, or everything else that I craft and make. It really brings me into the moment, and it helps me portray life in a more beautiful way. And they have really helped me to live life slower, I found. So yes, that was again a very long and rambly explanation, but I feel like I just wanted to say that this year, and creating these videos and starting this channel in a way, has really opened my eyes and really got me onto that journey of living life slower and finding what is really important to me and reconnecting with those things. And I am so grateful to have been able to do this and to start this channel. And I am so grateful also for all of you and the opportunity to connect with all of you guys. Something I never thought I would do, or that was possible. And it's just been so incredibly wonderful. It's been such a gift to be able to connect with all of you here and to talk, and for you guys to share all of your ideas and your thoughts and dreams with me and with all other people here. And I think that's just so wonderful that this platform allows us to do that and to connect and communicate and talk. And yes, I think it's just so wonderful and beautiful. And it's been this year has changed so much for me, and I am just so very grateful to be able to do this, to connect with all of you. And I just really wanted to say thank you so much for always all of your beautiful comments and your words, and just for being here and for sharing this space with me. So thank you guys so very much. again, I can't believe a whole year has gone by, and everything that's happened so far in this year. And I am still very much on a journey of learning to live more slowly, and learning the things that, incorporating the things that I love more into my life. And it is definitely an ongoing journey. It is ongoing learning, and it is little steps every day to bettering myself and the things that I do and how I do them. But yeah, I think really I just wanted to share this with you, and to just say a big thank you to all of you who have supported me so far, and for just creating this lovely, beautiful and warm community here on YouTube. So thank you so much. It really means the world to me, and I hope we can continue the journey together. And yeah, I will hope to see you next week in my next video. So thank you so much, guys, and I wish you a beautiful day or night. All right, see you soon.